So I'm building a giant Lego wall. These are from Everblock.com, not sponsored. They're just like, you know, I need to put up a wall. They're going to help me put up a wall. These are all made out of recycled plastics because, you know, trying not to kill the environment as much as possible. But some of them I had to get in regular plastic. They didn't have, like, recycled plastic for it, so whatever. I know they look like toys and they're just Lego blocks, but they're expensive, alright? This is probably like $330 worth of blocks. Which, if you look at it, like, it's not really like a lot of blocks. But, here. So that's going to turn into that. Alright, so here's the plan. The red blocks, they're going to be around the trim of the door, right? And the black blocks, they're going to be the complete outline of everything else. I don't know how I'm going to get everything to stick to itself because we have 1.5 foot of blocks on one side, a door, and then 1.5 foot of blocks. So I don't want the wall of blocks to fall into the door on either side. It needs to be able to hold a door, and hopefully when I did my math, I did it correctly, and it fits in the door frame height-wise and width-wise. In the end, I'm sure it'll look okay. So. Most of you don't know, I spent the first 19 years of my life living with my brother because my sisters shared a room and me and my brother shared a room. So my sisters moved out. Their room has been empty for like 4 or 5 years. So I finally moved into their room. I was only allowed to take my older sister's half because the other sister might need her half back. If you need to, you can shove a little tube through all of them. So this way, it adds more like of a sturdy foundation. I don't know. So. Alright, there appears to be some measurement issues. I don't know how this is gonna work. Huh? What? Alright, we got the caps, right? I was like, oh, I'll just throw a cap on top of it. It'll fit fine then, right? Oh, what? Buddy. Hello. What you doing over there? No, come on. We'll worry about that later, just completely later. I already know there's going to be people in the comments that are like, well, you could have built this for a lot cheaper with wood or some other sort of material. When I was building this wall, I didn't really tell my parents what I was doing. I just kind of said, like, hey, I'm building a Lego wall with a door for my room. It had to be as legit, but not legit as possible so that my parents wouldn't freak out. So wood would be too legit. Unfortunately, the red blocks weren't made out of recycled plastic. There's nothing I could really do for that. I had to fill that space up. Wanted an eco-friendly material. The red blocks and the black box need to stick together somehow. And then I still need to drill holes for the door and then a spot for the little thing that you, like when you twist the handle and the thing that goes in the hole. I don't know what they call that. Yeah, and then I have to secure it to the wood so it doesn't do that. Overall, I really screwed up with the whole top thing. So these need to stick together. This needs to stick to the wall. And then it needs to be able to have a door hanging off of it. Like, geez. Alright. So how well that one's going. So that's the screw. It comes through on the other side. So that's what I'm saying. It doesn't have a whole lot to really dig into there. So there's some gaps. I went every other bracket. I'm not really sure how that's going to hold up, but I know that every piece is at least held on to something somewhere. Right now, the only problem that I have, now I have to try and secure this thing to the actual trim of the wall. The way I plan to do it, so I'm going to drill a hole here, and then a hole on the side of this. And then I'm going to wrap string around it and run the string to here and wrap string around it there. Okay, so I ended up finding some chicken wire, and I ended up just drilling straight into that. Sorry, Mom, but life sucks. I twisted a bunch of the little wires into one giant thick wire. Alright, I put those metal brackets on both sides. And the wall's pretty sturdy, like. Surprise, I found Fetty. And the door's on. Hi, beautiful girlfriend. Make the video more interesting with your pretty face.
Hello. I'm excited. It looks like your own little apartment.
I know I got the door on. I put the hinges on this side so I didn't have to drill into here to fit the hinge, if that makes sense. Doesn't quite fit. We're really close. I'm gonna sand on the door and see if I can get it to fit that way, because otherwise there's no just squeezing it in there. That's just not an option. So alright, so basically a sander turned into a chisel because the door just doesn't close. So instead, we got this. And she said we could have just bought a door that was smaller. It's right in between 29 and 30. Getting closer to a result that is almost worthy of something. Alright, we finally got the stupid thing to close and we vacuumed all the dust up. I'm gonna have to move this hole back a little bit. Alright, so I etched out this part in the door so that this can like actually close. Oh yeah, I didn't screw that in yet. But I had to etch this in so that that little piece could fit through. I need to fit this into there. So I got the thing in the hole. Door closes. And it locks. Alright, so that gap up top, I'm going to solve that by chopping these up and then gluing them together and then putting poster board that I have left over from my walls around them so that's black. Alright, so I put the blocks in the top. I'm just about to cover them up so they don't look so ugly. Cover them up. So at this point the door's pretty much done. Put some sticky tack. I got a trim